115 grams, 145 grams, 145 grams, 270 grams, 330 grams.
So I went blind when I was 6 and it was from a brain tumour, which I know I was extremely lucky to survive. But at the time it was truly terrifying. I was in my Montessori one day and I'd said I couldn't see a certain maths sum that they'd put out in front of me. And of course the teachers didn't believe me and insisted I was lying, which wouldn't have been my nature and still wouldn't be my nature. So I went home quite upset, and as I walked home, I had gone past my father without seeing him. It just looked like air and fizzy, different colours. It had all been gone fuzzy pinks and greens and yellows and blues. It was quite distressing. So by the time I got home, my family decided to bring me to, I think, the eye and ear, where it was checked out and it found that we had a brain tumour eventually. It took a long time. And I went to Beaumont, where it was removed, and after I woke up from the operation, I was 100% blind in the pitch black. And I think the most terrifying thing I experienced was calling out to someone to turn on the lights and hearing about 5 different people around me, which was horrific, because you couldn't see them, and as a 6-year-old you don't like being in the dark anyway. But to hear people and not be able to see them was really, really frightening. So I suppose I certainly wasn't well for a good long time, and I'd say it took after 2 weeks I began to realise that sight definitely wasn't coming back, and that you'd either have to sink or swim. Thankfully I have a brilliant family behind me, and they decided to teach me how to swim, and that would all swim together, and that would be it. So it was very, very, very hard to make that transition, and it was extremely frightening, and certain religious friends of mine would come in with relics and tell you, oh, this will make you see again, which got your hopes up, and then of course you're heartbroken when it didn't work, even though it was well meant. So I suppose I had to learn really from the scratch again, and the biggest challenge I think when I went blind was to learn how to eat again, because trying to orientate plates or direct things to your mouth without stabbing yourself in other parts of the face was really quite difficult. Or dressing yourself, it really was very, unfortunately, went back to being a baby again, and that was very bothersome as well, because even as a 6-year-old I was independent enough for a 6-year-old, and it was quite embarrassing to have to ask for a good few things to be done.